5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life. Had to find my inner power. To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you. Today is about the power of you. Check it out. You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I am he, and he is me. Once again, man, this is another episode of this show. What is it? Tuesday? Wednesday? Wednesday. Yeah. I guess I would call myself I wouldn't call myself a journalist. I'm just a dude who want to talk shit. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna address that a little bit later. Welcome to the show, man. I hope y'all had a good day, man. The day is winding down, and for those that aren't or has not wound down for, if you're working the late night, I take my hat off to you. Get your bag. Yeah. For those that are done for the day, put it in the record books. Be thankful. You were able to make a buck today to provide something for your home or your family. Hey, God's good. I will say this much, though. There are a lot of people out here, man, that are not as fortunate for more than one reason. Yeah. One second. Got a few questions I'm going to ask tonight, man, and I'm asking because I honestly don't know. And as I always say, it takes us to gain understanding, different perspectives. Yeah. Look, tonight's topic, man, is one of those things where, you know, if we lead into it properly, we'll see where we're going. You know, we can't get out, and we can, but it's not the same. It's not the same. You know, as we go out and meet people or have met people, COVID has done a great thing to our social agendas, right? And for most, I would think it was done by design, you know, for us to be in a hold pattern for some things. I mean, sometimes, you know, even God holds you up so that you can see some things, move you out of the way. But, yeah, this is it. The old streets ain't the streets anymore. Tonight's topic, we're talking about these new streets and being out here in them. The new streets, i.e. the social media or the internet highway. A lot of folks walking down it without a clue where they're going. Being used and abused and a whole bunch of shit. These streets are rough. These streets are mean, or meaner than any street that you could ever put out there, because, you know, you bear witness to everything. You see it all, and you can be implicated in many different ways to be a part of somebody else's bullshit. Yeah, you see everything out here in these streets. These new streets, like this platform we're on now. You can see a lot of things, even to an individual losing their life or giving life. Bringing life into the world. but this is the new streets. There was a story of a young lady, man, who was on here who was playing around in these streets on these streets and got taken for bad by an individual who professed they loved them. And that's nothing new. That happens. But the question that I have, or one of the questions that I have, is this. When you're not playing in these streets and you're actually out here playing in the real streets, does this desensitize you, or does it immobilize you in ways that you are not willing to interact with people in a real setting, i.e. getting acquainted, those kind of things? Does this highway take away from your daily life? Is it a serious distraction for you? Is it an addiction? Because we play in the lane, play in the lanes all the time. Think about it. In these streets, just like this is my block, right? We play in the street. You can come on my block and see any goddamn thing. You liable to see anything. A lot of the goofy shit that we covered, prime example, like that. I'm just giving an example as to how treacherous things are in these streets we playing in. We see this, and to some that may be art, but to somebody else that's soft porn. But it's out here in these streets and we playing in it. Now, are we being responsible? A lot of us aren't. Irresponsible as fuck. We don't care who we affect or how we affect them. A lot of us. This is why we're willing to come on these blocks and act the way we do for likes. Yeah. Just a spinoff is, we talked about yesterday, people being in places that they have no business being in without being vetted. Honestly, I truly believe that to have certain things, I think you should be, you should have a license, some sort of accountability for the things you do, for demerits or some shit like that. So you understand that it is a privilege, just like driving. You can lose that shit. But they're showing motherfuckers now because they're censoring a lot of things that they feel is right or wrong on your block. Real world shit. It's like if you sold weed or you sold cocaine or ass on your block, then people can come in and say, hey, you can't do that here. You can't even stand on your block because it's loitering and you're in violation of a city code. But the same things are becoming more and more applicable here through censorship. If you're just joining the show, man, we're talking about these new streets out here. See, we haven't really been playing in the streets in the last maybe 2 years now. Damn, COVID it started 20, and we rolling into 22. We haven't really been out in public. I mean, some of us have, but we haven't really done it the way we were normally doing things. Everything's online. Everything's impersonal. If that makes sense to you. The impersonality of this is cool. It's just like a text. Text messages are so impersonal and can also easily be misconstrued. Just like your DM. Motherfucker can just speak to you, but that action could be taken out of character or context to imply interest when there really isn't. Ask yourself, man, how much has life changed for you in the last 2 years? Are you drawn to this platform more so than the realm of being in a lounge or a restaurant or a movie or on somebody's beach? Yeah, and they say the worst is yet to come. Another round of it. It's bad when you can see a motherfucker walk around and talk about, yeah, I just shot my baby mama. Now I'm gonna go kill my ex-wife. This is the world we living in now, people. Now, that rode on one of these platforms for a good little while, right? And I'll say this much. There wasn't a whole lot of censorship that went on with that because it sat right out there. But I posted a video a couple of weeks ago, and it was positive. It was a little harsh, but it was positive. The minute I finished that video, it was taken down. But yet and still, you have an individual who walks or had walked around and committed 2 murders. Actually, 2 murders and a suicide. What's wrong out here in these streets? Yeah. Are we going to get back to normal? Or no? I'm trying to understand. You know, you could be addicted to these streets as well as you were in the regular times that you raced up and down the road and gassed up and got dressed and went out to hang. Most motherfuckers hanging right here. Hanging and banging. Oh. Online dating is a thing. Wherein not very long ago, a lot of people were freaked out by that. But people are willing to do it now from the comfort of their own home. I remember the 976 numbers. 976, whatever you want to call it. And jokers would call it from the privacy of their own home. This is basically what this is, or one of the aspects of playing Outchea in these new streets. Yeah, everything's from the comfort of your own, or wherever you are, in your car, at your desk, in your bathroom, while taking a dump. You can be playing in the streets. Turning the fire hydrant on and everything else. Watching the kids run up and down, chasing the ice cream man. Yeah. If you're just joining the show, once again, man, the topic is Outchea in these streets. The question is, how have we differed, being that we have not actually had the opportunity in the last almost 2 years to be out in the streets, the normal aspect of streets. Someone says normal fluctuates based on what society attempts. Normal fluctuates based on what society accepts. Thereby, the government and entertaining news profit from. Okay. That in itself is a question. What is the new normal? Or what is the old normal? And then looking at the aspect of what life is for us now, who's really profiting from it? I mean, we're all being entertained in some way, shape, or form. We're playing out here in these streets. It's all at the fingertips. You some old junkie rat bastard Shit, you can order your junk right here. It'll come right to your door. Yeah, damn near. But when we talk about news, are we talking about real news or fake news? Yeah. Shout out to DT24, the only politician that ever stood up and placed a bill that was strictly for blacks. Yeah, there were some things that needed to be added, and I would have loved to see if that would have gotten pushed or passed. We may know, or we may not. Who's to say? The only thing I can say right now, the motherfucker that's in there now that you guys voted in, is a renigger. Nigga. Yeah, I said it. And I'll say it again. Gone are the days that you thought you were going to get that student loan forgiven. So we out here playing on these streets because they perpetuated the bullshit through the propaganda, the mass marketing, and all of that. Yeah. And we talk about news, like I said, who's controlling the news or which agenda is being pushed through the news to feed or sow seeds in the sheeple. Yeah. That be you? Shout out to all my people who are not boxers. They got jabs. Wishing and praying for you. Some things coming down the pipe, man. Watch these streets that you out here in. Like the kids, man, when we used to watch them play the video games in the room or whatever, Call of Duty and all of those games and GTA. There was a reason for that. There was a reason for it. To desensitize us in one way or the other. You know, I put up a picture last night of about a family in the 60s and present. Yeah. You saw more let's just put it this way. There's so many different ways to play in this street. Okay. You can go to YouTube University. You can go to Google University. You get all the game you want. And come back and conquer these streets. And usually the conquering of these streets are muddled by bullshit. How much give me an example. Bear with me. Here we go. Let me see if I can get it to pop up. Well, merely it is. Let me just say it. It's smoke and mirrors for a lot of people. And what I see a lot of people do is, okay, give me an example. You're real estate folks. If you were making that amount of money, I don't have time to talk to you. And you're talking to somebody with a background. I don't have that kind of time to talk to you. Now, because I'm not making that kind of money and things have gotten slow for me, I want to sell you a dream. I need you to buy a book. I need you to buy into my program, buy into my mentorship, where I can create minions to go out and find deals. Okay? But when you look at folks like your Grant Cardones and so on and so on, then you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt. You have to really see where people really are. And if they're public record, you can find them or them out here in these streets. All right? Don't just be out here playing to play. Most people don't have shit to say. They look at their real lives lack stimulus. So they're looking for somebody to crash into. The look at me thing. Yeah. I always say if you're on these platforms, man, you looking for something or you selling something. The day of the beginning stage is where I just want to keep in touch with my friends. Well, it made sense when motherfuckers were still dialing long distance and they had a wall phone. But shit, it doesn't cost you anything to call on your cell phone unless you call it international. And you can FaceTime too. But if you're on these platforms, boy, you looking. Your doors are open. Either you looking or you selling. Which one are you doing out here in these streets? Oh, I got another question. Well, let me say something first. And I say this about crash dummies. Ain't nothing worse than a young hoe than an old hoe. But can you tell me where old hoes go? Do they move to Vermont and change their name and get a new life? Because I was wondering how black folks ever got to Vermont. Because, yeah. I mean, I'm sure some have married into some squares and, you know, decent life. But what happens to old hoes? Where did they go? Yeah. But they out here in these streets too. Mm-hmm. They are showing up out here in these streets. Walking around. Going to get the bag. Going to get some change. At $40 that they needed. Yeah. Dang. But we playing out here in these streets. Uncivilized. How do I say this? Unsupervised. Unsupervised. Listen, the more things we see out here in the world, it's hard to gauge what things are really, you know, I guess I would say proper. Like this. That's crazy. But these are things our kids see. Who's governing them? Who's giving them any sort of filter? And then we wonder why we are in the status in which we're in. I mean, I could say even on my platform, man, I'm not all the way together. You know? There's stuff like this that should give you pause. And like I said before, where do old hoes go? Where do old hoes go? Where they go?
Y'all mothers could never.
My mother would never. But this is just an example of what I'm saying, that we are out here playing in these streets and don't really understand or grasp the indelible impressions that we leave or that we put out, that some shit is just okay. That is just okay. You got these babies, man. And play too long, man, your baby gonna be like this. And that's on you. It's on me. It's on us. Be more responsible for the things that they see. I always say, man, spare the rod, spoil the child. And it's not all about putting paws on or anything, but discipline and giving understanding is one thing. A lot of folks out here die with their shoes on because they have missed a few lessons in school, i.e., you can't do what everybody does. Do what you're told, not what you see, because you're not built like that. But like I asked you before, where do old hoes go? Yeah, they don't go. All hoes don't go to heaven. Yeah, you know where the pimps go. They die alone. A lot of times broke, busted, disgusted, and a whole bunch of other shit. If you're just joining the show, man, we're talking about Outchea and the new streets. The new streets is the internet, the social media platforms, the networks, the online tabloids, the gossips, the daily stuff. Like prime example, watching a wife, quote unquote, a wife at her reception doing a dance on her husband in thong, and I don't know what the fuck she had on. Anyway, she was doing too much for it to be a reception. I don't know what possessed her to even move like that or do that, but she out here in these streets. Yeah. And because of that coonery and buffoonery, you didn't see the censors come and take that shit down. But a lot of time, anytime we as people talk about something that's going to invoke thought and action, something positive that could be considered revolutionary, it's taken down immediately. They want us to continue to view ourselves as buffoons and coons and idiots. You know, it's cool to want things, but you should want more. Playing out here in these streets, knowledge is everything. That is the true value and the true worth of who you are. As I was talking last night on the show about being vetted, going into different places. You're sitting down at a 4-course meal and you don't even know what the fuck a salad fork is or a fish fork, let alone a meat knife, or the distinct smell of a fucked up wine, what an aperitif is or a digestivo is. But yet still you drink. You think you're getting the best wine, the best this, the best that. Shit, you have no idea. You're drinking high dollar knockoff. Yeah. Listen, I'm not bashing. I just came to put a little paint where it ain't. Just came to put a little paint where it ain't. Mm-hmm. I don't know what I was on this morning, man, but I'm gonna let it rock. Check this out. Tell me what you're feeling. You ever woke up, man, and everything you knew was gone? Everything you loved, everything you believed. Have you ever trusted and believed in something so much that no one could change your faith, only to have it pulled from under you? Have you worked so hard for something that you felt no one or anything could deny you, and then have it ripped away from you within an inch of accomplishment? You ever believe that destiny is always just out of our reach? We're all useful. We're all useful in some way, whether it to be that cautionary tale for those that are coming behind us or those that are walking with us. What I will say is don't allow your circumstances to be your excuse. If you fall off that horse, get back up, get on it, ride it. Whatever the task, allow your setbacks to be your comebacks. Be weary of those around you, leery of those around you. Be not weary, but be leery of those around you and their intentions. Hold them accountable as you would have them hold you accountable. Life's too short to waste the time. Don't make every second count. Because just when you think you're losing is usually when you come back and you take the house. So don't play from the sidelines, man. Get out here and get in it. Get up. Get out. Put your hands to it. Whatever it is you are seeking to accomplish in your life, go get it. Go get it like you've never, ever gone to get anything. If you're in relationships, man, if you're married, you got children, love on your loved ones as you would want them to love on you. And don't make your quest for life or your thirst or your zest for life, man, be their excuses as to why you're not there. Be there. Make them a part of your quest if they mean that much to you. Stop making the excuses. We all know God's not going to give us anything that we can't bear. So when you're going through it, just know that you are more than enough. You are a conqueror because God made you so. You can weather the storm. You can rise above the waves. Go after it. Get it. The secret to it all is you and what you believe. Even if you fail a day, continue to believe, continue to achieve. If you can touch it and see it, you can achieve it. We're in a day and age where information is traveling so fast. The attention span of the average human, based on these numbers out here, 12 seconds. That right there. You've got 12 seconds to impress someone. Make it your best. Be prepared. Hone you, hone your craft, hone it. The things are merely that, things, and they're the easiest obtained. The hardest obtained is discipline inside of you. If you don't have discipline, you don't have anything. What he said. God damn it, I'm on here. Y'all want to talk to me? Numbers up. 929-322-3971. Tonight we're talking about being out here in these streets. Some of the dumb shit that people do. I.e., you got motherfuckers on here will commit crimes and talk about other motherfuckers or talk to motherfuckers on the screen or on wherever. Name names and mix motherfuckers up into their shit. Making individuals or putting them in positions where they have no plausible deniability because, hey, Oscar, you know what's up. Boom, 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 boom. Now the folks want to come see Oscar and whoever the hell else he talked to. And 9 times out of 10, if Oscar ain't talking right, Oscar's going to be charged with whatever the crime was committed as an accessory after the fact. But that's the dumb shit motherfuckers do out here in these streets when they plan and they have no business plan. I.e., like the show yesterday, niggas don't belong everywhere without being vetted. Listen, I talked to you about it last night. Out here in these streets, people playing. They're playing checkers, not chess. With the rainbow suits on, you know. And it's a sad thing where most motherfuckers feel that bad about themselves that they are willing to do things to themselves to be a certain kind of way. I'm not knocking your hustle. You know who you are. Your mommy, you can get your little makeover. But goddamn it, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it, man. Listen, at the end of the day, as I said last night, you're the butt of the joke. You ain't got to do that, man. Why are you questioning what has already been made perfect? God made you the way you were supposed to be. All of us. It's just the free will that we fucking up with because we out here in these streets trying to impose how we feel on somebody else. I mean, I guess I'm doing it right now, but I'm just invoking thought. You know, some things you got to kind of check and, you know, you do in moderation. If you're just coming to the show, man, welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. If you like me, man, follow me. If you fuck with me, follow me. YouTube, the Romello Marcellus Show. Instagram, Facebook, and also, man, you know, support a motherfucker. Get your merch. Get this merch. We got it in white, black, red. Got the hoodies, everything. Let me go up to a size 6X. So I got you. Whatever size you need, make it happen. Yeah. It's just what it is. Shout out to all my single mothers, man, who have black sons. Pray for them because this is their daily thing, man. They're watching this things out here, man. They playing out in the streets. They off the porch. I remember back in the day where, you know, as a matter of fact, how many of y'all remember when the street light came on, you bring your ass in the house? Yeah. Not now. Not now. Because see, mama's ass, shit, she out hanging too. 9 times out of 10, she's a grandmama. Grandmama before 40. Which is a goddamn shame. So she'll be a great grandmama at what, 60 or 50? Whenever, you know. I mean, I'm not knocking your situation, but, you know, there comes a level of responsibility that comes with that. Especially when you're playing out here in these streets. And because these streets are so close and right up on the, you know, thing, information travels fast, very fast. Yeah, about you and what you do and who you doing it with and how you doing it. Yeah, well, if you're doing it. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Yeah, I'm here. Y'all here. We here. We're talking about playing out here in these streets like the kids. The children are playing. Yeah, without supervision. Fucking themselves up. Getting fucked up. Getting kidnapped, whole bunch of shit. And there's some positive things out here, man. But you gotta look behind the positive jokers too. How many of y'all ladies was, I guess last year and the year before, watching Derek Jackson ride around in the car every morning talking about, hey man, this is the way you need to be, and this is what you need to accept. Then you find out that motherfucker was sitting outside talking to you about being positive, about a positive man and having a positive brother and a positive outlook on your relationship while he was outside his side piece's house. And yeah, the smoke and mirrors, that shit's real. Keep rocks in your pocket. You know what to do with them. Just one, man. Just one. Just one. Out here in these streets. These new streets, right? Yeah, think about it. Listen. And you talk about the other motherfucker down there talking about how you going to have a high value man, high value woman. But this motherfucker had a man laying up in the bed. Oh, shots fired. I can go on and on in these streets because I own and run blocks just like, well, I'm only going to speak for me. There's some wild motherfuckers out here in these streets, boy. These streets right here. Don't let me spoil your dinner. I had mine. I'm having a digestivo. Mm-hmm. While smoking a nice infused mi credo gusto. Listen, if you'd like the show once again, man, follow me. The line is open if you want to call in. It's cool. I know you got something you want to say, I'm sure, but a lot of times y'all scared to say what you really want to say. Y'all ready for Christmas? Oh, or is it just a thought that counts this year? We're not really breaking off the gifts thing. Everybody keeping it at home. Are they making gifts? What's going on? I need somebody to inbox me, man. They want to sell some stamps. So I can get a turkey. On the 12th of January, man, I got an event coming up. It is the black tie ball, and yeah, I'm having a few people perform. Yeah, Morgan Jenkins, Tina Andre, myself, Mike Duffy, and Conroy Cognac. Yeah, it is a Chitlin dinner, and the proceeds are to benefit me. Get your tickets now, and it's gonna be on the boat. Yeah, through COVID, we're gonna have a good time. So bring your boogie shoes. Yeah, while we out here playing in these streets, what I want to know is, as I asked before, no one got back to me. Where do old hoes go? Where do they go? I mean, 'cause they got to go somewhere. They got to make room for the young ones. Where do they go? Is there a retirement home for them or something? Huh? Welcome to the Romello Marcellus Show. I'm he is me. Once again, tonight we're talking about Outchea in these new streets. The new streets are the social media platforms, the internet, the online, because for the last almost 2 years or so, we have not really been out in the social scene. And yeah, being pent up, we're just where we are. You're on the air.
About these internet streets.
So these internet streets. And the question is, where do old hoes go?
Where do old hoes go?
Old hoes. Yeah, because ain't nothing worse than a young hoe than an old hoe. So they got to go somewhere. So where do old hoes go? Are they still out here in these new streets playing, or the old streets where they were actually walking up and down the goddamn street?
Yeah. Depends on how old they are, I guess.
Well,
I used to work at a long-term care facility, and some of them old hoes are in there, still home.
Oh, wow. What did you do?
So,
God damn.
You are what you are, no matter where you are, I guess.
I guess there's a whole lot of velveteen rubs going on in there, huh?
You ain't never lied. A whole lot going on.
Old bitches with knee pads.
But that age group, that's one of the major places where HIV is spread.
Really? That's new.
For that age group, absolutely. For that age group, absolutely.
Education is yeah.
Look that one up.
Wow. So they still out here passing it around at their age.
Yeah, there's a lot of old hoes on TikTok.
Wow.
Doing the same old stuff.
Backing it up.
Backing it up. You are what you are, no matter where you are.
God damn. Well,
every day, same old dollar.
Yeah. I mean, the topic is out here in these streets, man. Just understanding the difference between 3 years ago and now. The other question is, because now more people are communicating through these avenues, would they be more prone to be desensitized in person? I.e. social media, email, texts, that kind of thing. There has to be a difference.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's a difference. A lot of people don't know how to communicate, period. Like when you finally meet someone face to face, to hold a conversation is a challenge for a lot of people.
Dead silence, huh?
Dead silence. I'm still stuck in the old days where a phone call does a whole lot more than a text message.
Oh, folks,
and yeah, desensitized because a lot of times a man will leave with a dick pic like that's, gold on the black market.
They doing
it's like,
that?
What are you supposed to do with that? Oh, they've been doing that. You a man, you don't know what they do?
No, hell no. I don't know what other men do. My thing is, if you lead with that, man, 9 times out of 10, well, not to say 9 times out of 10, let's say you lead with that, and that's not, well, how do I say this and it doesn't sound fucked up?
You have to offer. I don't know.
If your shit,
that might be all you offer.
yeah, but if the shit is not a, well, the size, well, let me back off that. Moving right along, another question.
The quickest way for you to be a no contact order.
God damn.
I'm good, yeah, no contact.
God damn. Yeah.
Or, you know, they WYD you to death. What you doing, what you doing, what you doing.
Man without a plan.
Man without a plan.
Man without a plan. But then you gotta think too, man. Most of these jokers, yeah, well, let me stop. They can all, no. That's opening up a whole other can of worms. But I would say this much. Man without a plan, there's something missing on his side. Where he's what you're doing. That means he can't do much beyond that. So yeah, that should be
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you know, that a while ago, the whole thing is, this is a red flag, that is a red flag going around. There's a lot of red flags that I think a lot of people don't pay attention to.
Yeah.
You know, don't WID me to death. And don't acronym me to death either. Don't emoji me to death. Like, if you can't form a sentence, you probably shouldn't be texting someone like me.
Well, that's most motherfuckers on here. On the thing. I mean, you know. Yeah. Shit, I don't profess to be an English grammar teacher.
The average relationship is only about 2 months.
2 months.
That's about what you.
That's about right.
Yeah, about 2 months. So, you know, everything is quick and fast. What we doing for right now, while we last, so I can get ready to move on.
Yeah, because I already got my eye on something else. Because you're on here looking.
I already got my eye on.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is what most motherfuckers do. They book ahead, they looking. They may not even engage in the situation right up front, but there comes a time where this motherfucker's been sitting over here for about 8-9 months. Hello, and you and shit like that. And you know, your little situation, you might say, all right, I got 2 months to go with this one. And if this motherfucker don't work out, then I'll get to Mr. 8 months. And then, hey, and then you had that conversation and you might go out and then give him his 2 months. But what happens with that, yeah, you end up becoming an old hole. So I'm just trying to figure out where you go. Old hole? Where the old holes go?
I have a question for you.
I'm listening.
Do you think that the quote-unquote indie streets, the new streets, versus back in the day where you actually had to go and book someone, do you think that we have a false sense of expectation because of everything that we get to see all day long scrolling?
Yeah, you do. Pictures are being painted by motherfuckers at their best, or quote-unquote what they would be best. And that goes both ways. But I'm an old school guy, and I'm reminiscent to the real courtships where, motherfucker, you got one line in your house. And if mama was on the phone, you didn't get that call. So you're going to do one or two things. You're going to get your ass out and go walk over to your girl's house or whoever you're trying to talk to and go sit on her step and talk to her until the porch light come on. And mama say, bring your ass in before you get some of this. Yeah.
Right.
And those were, I mean, those are real memories. That in itself is kind of like, damn, everything now is so microwave and everybody's been so passed around and had, you know. I want a motherfucker, you know, where are the folks that have been able to keep themselves to themselves for as long as they possibly could? I was having a conversation with my youngest son, and he was having that same thought. Well, you know, him dating young girls who, shit, the motherfuckers have been passed around like the goddamn hat at church. And he's like, well,
You know, I think
Dad, where the fuck are the ones where are the good girls? And I say, son, there's one out here for you.
you know, they are liberated. These young kids, they feel liberated and they feel free and love with love, and you know, they are not necessarily. And I'm not speaking for all of them, but the ones that I get to talk to, they are not as emotionally connected to their sex life as someone like me would be.
Yeah, you know what they
so
say,
they
though.
Don't take it as seriously.
You know what they say.
What do they say?
The greatest trick the devil pulled was to get the world to believe that he didn't exist.
Hey, absolutely. I mean, I think once you mature, I don't care what generation you grew up in, it takes a special type of someone to be completely disconnected throughout their life from their sexual life. That's just my opinion. True. I don't know how you can always be disconnected from that. Well, it is given a very sacred part of yourself to someone.
There's a practice though that's actually going on now. I mean, look at it. Look at these streets we playing in, or our kids. We are allowing our kids to play in those that are coming behind us. You know, you think about it. Everything they see is sexually oriented. Is sexually oriented, some way free form, i.e., you can't judge me and you can't hold me, and if you do, then yeah, we're gonna have a problem. And there's no filter, there's no chill. So when you have that, this is what I was saying earlier. It's better us for the child. A lot of times you have to infuse those attributes into your children. That yeah, you're gonna have some discipline with your dick. And this is what I go at my boys. My boys, they didn't have sex until after they were out of high school and in college. And I was the first that they came and told or were able to tell. And they weren't proud of it. They were kind of confused about it. Like, okay, so what now?
Right.
So, yeah. I don't know.
I mean, that is a huge responsibility once you start to share yourself like that. I mean, if you are detached and you feel nothing, I would question, you know, what's really going on with you. Mm-hmm. There's something there that you were able to turn off that wasn't supposed to be turned off. You're supposed to feel something. You're supposed to feel connected to it. You're supposed to have questions. You're supposed to want to understand that. It's not just an act to do, like I'm tying my shoe and I don't really have to put no thought into this. Mm-hmm. You should never get to that point. So, you know, that's great. The fact that what? Like, what now?
What now?
Because it's one of those things that, you know, you can't just set it and forget it. Okay, like, oh, we're doing this now. This is who I am. Like, no. Like, that's a huge responsibility. A lot comes with that.
Now, honestly.
Not just physically, but the emotional toll that can take on a person.
But not
the spirit that you can take on.
Yeah, but not to cut you off, man. When both of them came and talked to me about it, I kind of looked at him and I was like, is this my fucking son? You know, because I know what I felt after my first time. More. Fucking more. I need that. Yeah, that. More. But after having talks with them and even before, I told them the mistakes that I made. I wish someone would have taken me aside and told me what I told them. I wasted so much time and energy on that addiction. Yeah, I'll say it. And it got me in so much, I wouldn't say bullshit. Well, I wasted so much fucking time, period. And I wasted so much of myself offering that spirit and taking on those spirits. I mean, truth in life and truth in the fact is that whoever you lay with them and whoever the fuck they've laid with and laying with, and it becomes a part of you. You just can't shake it. It takes time for you to cleanse yourself. But the world we live in, out here in these new streets, It is really much, much, much more going on than meets the eye. So much more availability. And this is where, like, okay, I go on the show and I go hard on the sisters. The reason is because you have the false sense of belief that you have options. Out of 100, you may have 2% of the options that are half-assed together and worthwhile. Everybody else just want to fuck on you. But because you have options, and you may get a few dates and some dinner and that kind of shit, i.e. the show before last, when we talk about the what have you done for me lately. If that's what your mode of operandi is, then shit, you fucked up anyway. So we just have to sit back and watch where you go when you get old, so then I can get the answer to my questions of where old hoes go.
But I was going to add to that, you're not just laying with those people that they laid with, you're also laying with whatever unresolved demons that they're still carrying with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be attached sexually. They could just have some type of bad spirit.
Say it, damn it. Say that again.
So when you are attaching yourself by having sex, you're taking on kind of like eating certain things. If that animal was stressed out when it died, please understand you're eating that stress. Same thing, like you're sleeping with whatever stress they're feeling.
Right.
Whatever may be going on in a household with their mom and dad, like you are really absorbing all energy is energy. And so you're absorbing all of that stuff. And so that's why it is important to get to know who it is that you are interested in laying with before you lay with them. Because they don't even have to be a hoe. They could be, just emotionally damaged to the point where you're going to take on something even worse than a sexual spirit.
So how do you purge yourself from something like that?
Prayer, meditation. You have to have a strong sense of who you are. So you can read when someone's energy is just not good energy.
Mm-hmm. So it is possible to shed those things.
Also, I think it is possible to shed any demons from you. You just have to have belief higher than yourself. I'm not going to force anyone into any religion, but you have to have a belief in some higher power. I believe in prayer. I believe in journaling. I believe in meditation. Healthy living.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. It helps to get you clear so you can see the things that you need to see to understand who you are as a person and understand what's good for you and what's not good for you. No matter the things that you've actually been through.
So I guess it's safe to say you believe in soul ties.
Absolutely.
And the damage they can do.
Absolutely, but understand that all soul ties doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. You can be tied to a soul that was so positive that they could have passed on, and that positivity still affects you in a positive way to this day. So let's not get twisted about soul ties. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. I think it gets a negative stigma because of how it's always talked about. And it can be very damaging and very negative. But yeah, I do believe in soul ties. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let me ask you this. Real talk. This is very serious. And I as a woman, I would like your opinion. And I would like other women's opinion on this question. And as a man, I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, and I've experienced a lot. And, I really want to know this question. It really burdens my heart, and it breaks my heart to even have to ask this question. It's sad though that this question has not been answered, and I'd like to know, where do old hoes go?
I'm listening.
Where do old hoes go?
You know what? You got all serious for a minute, like, I don't know where old hoes go. Maybe you need an old hoe to call in.
Where the old hoes go? If you can call in right now, you got the number right here, 929-322-3971. I thank you for your time and calling in and shedding some light on some stuff. And maybe we can get some old hoes to call in so they can tell us where they at, where they went to, and how they living. All right? Once again. Yeah. The Romello Marcellus show right here. We talking. We talking. God damn it. We family. Yeah. If you're just joining us, man, tonight we're talking about Outchea in these new streets, the new streets, i.e., the social media platform. Within the last 2 years, we've been cut out of the actual factual platforms that we're usually able to go and socialize in, whether it's the nightclubs or lounges or everything. The first couple of months has been hard. So a lot of times, man, based on our shut in, we scroll, shit and scroll, we eat and scroll, we scroll, we looking. Question is, what are you looking for? Are you looking or are you selling? Yeah. And on top of that, man, we look at these streets, the internet streets, the social platforms. We are seeing everything. I remember in the 80s when, damn, I'm telling on myself, where there was a video set that came out, and it was from Time Life, and it was called the Three Faces of Death. And they showed you all these little videos of motherfuckers being beheaded and shot in the face and hit with shovels and all kinds of shit, right? Because that was unheard of. You know, that was a time where shit, TV ended at midnight. Now, shit, you got the internet that's running 365, 12, 24. And, it's like, we've lost so much sensitivity to things in everyday life that shit, it's hard to care about things. So where do we go? What are we doing? How do we get to some sense of well, I guess this is the new normal. I mean, where do we go? How do we stop being passed around? Yeah. Listen. It's a shame that we've come to this pass and we're continuing to be driven. Shore yourself up, y'all. Shore yourselves up with prayer, some meditation. It's real out here. It's real out here when you can see things that we see daily. And yeah, be careful as you're moving about. Be careful who you latch into. Let your intentions be known with people, everybody. And I'll say this to you, man. If you're in something and you've already made the decision to move on from it, let that intention be known too. Don't let it be a circumstance where it becomes circumstantial. That went over your head. Anyway, I'm praying for you. Love yourself, love on yourself. Let others see you loving on yourself so they know how to love you. Okay? Yeah. And all you're getting, get some understanding. Grow. Protect yourself playing out here in these streets. Educate yourself. Education shows appreciation for a privilege that you were given. This is what I was talking about retrospectively the night before, about vetting. Okay? Govern yourself properly. Stop wearing them $7 see-through motherfucking suits and dresses to places that you have no business being in those things. Niggles. Yeah, I said it. And I'm not racial because yeah. Just know that even if no one else loves you and you love you, that's what matters. And at the end of the day, just know I love you too. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the Romello Marcellus Show. The fly uncle you always wish you had. Bring them out. Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events. Major show alert. All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.